Welcome to UC News, ucnewscanada.ca. The Canadian Crisis Response. I'm Dr. Dave. Few people go to City Hall meetings knowing full well that the Mayor and Council have rendered their participation in the democratic process meaningless. Here, I give a summary of what these meetings are like to make you feel like you were there. The Mayor and Council banded together with bankers in secret meetings, making deals that declare in writing to citizens, Canada is not your home, it belongs to us. Policies dedicated to ensuring that no form of democracy ever took hold in Quinte West, along with policies directly attacking the core of life, work, food, and shelter, aimed purposely at starving citizens into compliance, removing all recourse, and in particular, removing freedom of association, forcing struggling citizens to pay the already rich. Policies showing open hate toward women and children, and further refusing to represent or help seniors or anyone experiencing deep struggle as a direct result of the policies of the Mayor. The Mayor wrote and signed these contracts, aimed specifically at fracturing society by removing essential rights and freedoms, with the full and purposeful intent of replacing the government with an authoritarian state whose sole purpose is control of work, wages, and every essential human need, but not for the benefit of citizens. In particular, the Mayor and Council focused on young Canadians, aiming to create a structure of society in which they have no say about their lives and future, are powerless to effect the changes needed to save their own lives, and, if they could not earn enough to pay the already rich, would have no place, home, or future in Quinte West. Council hardly agreed, adding that it was also not their job to represent or do anything to help struggling seniors. Parents also have no right to decide, being biased by protectionism. Only we have this right. All of this happened in a closed meeting where they agreed the Canadian Charter was irrelevant and the Supreme Court was just another special interest group dealing only with the criminals City Hall was also trying to control, the public. This spilled into the public council meeting where a member of council yelled at a citizen saying essentially, "The reason you're in trouble is for not obeying us." After sensitivity training, the Mayor and Council thought they had better make things more clear. They wrote a code of conduct, extolling their virtues, then posted signs throughout town accusing citizens of the worst behaviors. Thought it best to remove all bulletin boards where citizens could say anything, and then wrote notes to post on car windshields, calling citizens offenders for the slightest social offense, in the same category as sex offenders or criminal code offenders, demanding money to compensate for their crime, and more if not paid immediately, followed by promises of unlimited state action against them, then adding a fee if they dared question the judgment of the Mayor and Council. If citizens wanted justice, representatives of City Hall would supply that, for a fee of course. The Mayor then went on to write a press release saying life in Canada is wonderful. Everyone has free speech. Even if I don't agree with them, I respect that. Only the press release of the Mayor was published. The hard-working Mayor and Council then went on to say how well they were doing at communication, making much-needed improvements and making that part of the official plan. Further repeating his mantra, "We have no problems. We're all working very hard and this will benefit everyone." Ending with a rousing rendition of "Who's the best? Quinte West." At City Hall, free speech means you say what you want, we're not going to do anything. What you say means nothing, it has no consequence, and we're glad you're talking about free speech because in that, we get to completely violate and ignore not only your rights to representation, but your right to make fundamental decisions about your life and future, using Section 1 of the Constitutional Rights to Decide, based on fact, evidence, and reason by equality under the law. The basis of democracy, and what distinguishes it from an authoritarian state intent on controlling your every human need and possible action, including vast interference in the basis of the free market and economy, in which every citizen has the right to make and sell things as the basis of securing their life and building the economy. By this fundamental trade, earning the money needed to pay for the economy. This is what the citizen they yelled at was trying to do, and could have done easily without the vast interference of the mayor and council, who, despite having significant income guaranteed by taxation, further demand citizens starting life from scratch pay them before they have a chance to earn a dime. All of which is based on defining the guilt of citizens as their failure to obey the mayor, even though his issued edicts and demands for money destroy our lives and the basis of the economy, and give an entire generation of young Canadians no chance at all for a life and future, much less empower them to tackle the major and serious issues that are now directly threatening their lives. If they dare try to defend their lives, or even begin to consider their rights to representation, or even dare suggest equal rights of decision-making under the law based on fact, evidence, and reason, and the independent principles of justice, this mayor and council have pre-decided their guilt, spitting at their Section 11A rights to be informed without delay about the specific offense, and their Section 11D rights to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal. The crime here is not obeying the mayor, who believes himself to be an authoritarian ruler, writing laws and issuing edicts, accusing citizens of crimes and demanding money without justice and without any basis in reason whatsoever. We understand these to be crimes of sedition and treason, purposed to break up multiple other charter laws and criminal code, aimed at removing all justice and recourse in Quinte West, and deliberately aimed at destroying the lives, economy, and future of young Quinte residents whose only crime was graduating high school, who are now entering a society in which all the odds are stacked against them, and who further face a grim future which this mayor and council do nothing to mitigate, even though the known solutions are easy, friendly, and community-based. And it is further a war crime to not allow citizen involvement in the community and government. Yay, team! Who's the best? Quinte West.